Okay, imagine this. Publishing a book, earning passive income, all without actually writing a single word yourself. Sounds pretty wild, right? Well, today we're digging into a system that claims to do just that, using AI. We're going to see how it works, if it's for real, and what this all means for the future of creativity.
So that's the big question on everyone's mind, isn't it? Can an AI really be your ghostwriter? Can it create a book that actually makes you money while you sleep? It sounds like a total pipe dream, but this system says it's reality. Let's see if the claims actually hold up.
And, the potential rewards they're talking about are just staggering. The review we're looking at points to one case study where a user was supposedly pulling in almost $16,000 a month. Yeah, a number like that means we have to take a much closer look.
So how in the world is a number like that even possible? To figure that out, we've got to go inside the system itself. What exactly is this AI toolkit that's making these huge promises? Okay, so at its core, the product is basically a digital toolkit. It's a collection of 327 very specific, pre-written prompts that are designed to be fed right into ChatGPT. And the whole point? To get the AI to generate complete, ready-to-publish fact books for Amazon's self-publishing platform, KDP.
But you're not just getting a list of prompts. The package comes with templates to keep your books looking consistent, guides for getting through Amazon's publishing maze, and even marketing and SEO tips for your finished book. It's really designed to be a complete soup-to-nuts solution.
And the process itself? Well, they make it sound ridiculously simple. You just pick a topic from a category, say unsolved mysteries or something, copy the prompt for it, paste it into ChatGPT, and then you just assemble what it spits out. It's all built for speed and ease, even if you've never done anything like this before.
Now that whole process sounds almost a little too good to be true. But does it actually work when you put it to the test? Let's get into the most important part of the review, the actual performance test.
And this wasn't just a quick one-off look. The reviewer, a woman named Olivia Smith, put this system through its paces for 6 whole months. She created 15 different fact books from scratch. That kind of long-term approach, well, it gives the data that follows some serious credibility.
So first big question, is the stuff the AI writes any good? Well, according to this test, the quality was rated a really solid 4.2 out of 5. That tells us the output is coherent, it's well-structured, and it's actually interesting for people to read.
And this right here, this shows you just how efficient the whole thing is. A whopping 95% of the books it generated needed only minimal editing. That's a huge deal. It means way less time fixing mistakes and more time actually publishing, which is the whole point of this.
Okay, this next number is an absolute game changer. Every single book that was submitted to Amazon's platform during the test was approved, a 100% success rate. That's a massive signal that this system produces content that meets the quality standards of, the biggest bookseller on the planet. And all of this ties back to that idea of speed. The review lays out an incredible timeline. You can go from just an idea to a fully generated book in only 2 to 4 hours. Give it a final polish, and you could have a book live on Amazon in about a day. Just wow.
So the performance is, you have to admit, seriously impressive. But let's be real, nothing is perfect. So it's time for the balancing act, weighing the price against the pros and cons that the reviewer pointed out.
First up, the price tag. The entire system, all 327 prompts, all the guides, the templates, plus lifetime access, costs a one-time fee of $47. Just keep that number in your head for a second.
All right, on the plus side, you don't need any writing experience, and you can create a book super fast. But there are downsides. You do need a ChatGPT subscription for one. And there are real worries about the market getting totally flooded. This system makes publishing easier for everyone, but that also creates new problems around, originality and just how much you have to depend on the AI performing well.
So when you look at that whole list, you gotta ask yourself, for a one-time cost of $47, do the potential rewards and how easy it is to use, do they outweigh the risks of depending on AI and a crowded market?
So what's the bottom line here? After 6 months of testing, after making 15 books, after all that analysis, what was the reviewer's final verdict?
The final score was a pretty decisive 4.6 out of 5 stars. I mean, that's an incredibly high rating. It signals that the system doesn't just deliver on what it promises, it actually exceeds expectations in some really important areas.
The reviewer, Olivia Smith, summed it all up with this pretty powerful statement. She called it a product with exceptional value and a proven path to potential success. That's about as clear and confident a recommendation as you can get.
And it wasn't just the reviewers saying this. The the report also had testimonials from users, like this one from Sarah K. She confirmed one of the biggest promises of the whole system. Even with absolutely zero writing experience, she was able to create pro-quality books. That kind of feedback from a real user is just incredibly powerful. So it seems like this system really does deliver, but it leaves us all with a much, much bigger question. As tools like this one completely demolish the barrier to getting published, it kind of forces us to rethink the whole game. When the actual act of creating something becomes automated, what's the new role for the creator? Are we now curators, strategists, marketers? That's the question I think we're all going to be dealing with very, very soon.